Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Valerie and today is Friday, March the 7th, and we're here with another weekly budgeting video, weekly this time. In my previous video, I was a little stressed and getting confused because I was only doing my budgeting bi-weekly because of all the workload I had during the week, and I wanted to be able to rest on the weekend, but that caused a lot of headache. So I'm gonna just continue doing it weekly as I had been previously and just stick with it again. But in the last video, I had issues because I had a lot of transactions that I needed to insert into YNAB because of I went on a trip for a little vacation with a friend, and I did a lot of shopping, so I had to add all those transactions in there. And the link between YNAB and Apple wasn't merging or recording any of the transactions automatically. So what I was able to do is I removed the link between Apple and YNAB and started fresh. Once I re-added it, all of those transactions started to link together. So you'll see a lot of these transactions listed here for the Apple Card and for my high yield savings account. Those were imported in from the Apple, from the Wallet app. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with approving a lot of these transactions. Let's go and start at the bottom. All of these are linked because these are the ones from, as you can see on the account column, these are from the Apple Card that I had manually entered, and then YNAB was able to merge with it because it recognized and saw that those transactions as well. And then it couldn't merge the ones where I had split with the Uber because of the tips and the transportation. I wanted them to go together. So YNAB had imported each of those transactions separately. So there were 6 transactions that imported, and so I had to delete those since I had them as a split transaction already. So, but that's fine. We're just going to approve these ones that are already linked. And then, so this one was for some transferring money from my checking account to the bills account, so that linked. Then we have, I made a purchase on Etsy, and then some more transfers. This was what the second part of the transfers, because if you transfer from one account to another on YNAB, it's going to reflect in both of the accounts, so you have to approve it twice. And I went ahead and bought my luggage like I said I was going to do in the last video. I needed one more large luggage for when I leave, so I went ahead and purchased that, and I got $40 off. So I used someone's promo code that I found on Reddit, so that was awesome. All right, so we approved all the ones that were already linked. So let's go and look at these. There's a couple of them that were imported in. So on my Amex card, I did mention that I purchased some things off of Amazon. So these were the 2 transactions for that. And this is for my Apple high yield savings account. This was interest earned, or daily cash, I mean. And so that's going to go to the Wish Farm. So let's approve that. This one was also some daily cash and daily cash here. And one more. Okay. Then we have Wealthfront. This was some interest earned. I thought I had already input this in. I thought I did. We'll hold off on that one. I thought I inputted that one already. And then we have this is my bills, my telephone bill, which is an auto payment. So this transaction is going to automatically show up into onto the YNAB screen on the 7th of the month. So I'm gonna go ahead and approve the transaction, even though it has not actually came out of the account yet. But it does get paid on the 7th of the month. And so then we have more transactions. So it says 15 more transactions that I need to approve or categorize. These are transactions that were previously reconciled, that were linked up. So we have a couple here from the Apple Card, Apple Cash that merged once I relinked the Apple accounts. So let's see. So we're just going down and to approve all of these. And I missed one more. Well, let's just click view so I can see which one it is. Oh, okay. That's the one we didn't want to do yet. Okay, so let's turn off that show reconciled. And let's hide these scheduled. Okay, so we're good there. I'm going to wait on that one until we get to the reconciling for the Wealthfront account. Let's head to my checking account so we can start reconciling the actual bank accounts. So on YNAB, it has my balance is $970.39. Let's see what we're showing in the app itself. Yes, we're showing the same amount. So let's go ahead and reconcile this. Looks good. And let's go to the bills account. In the app, it says I have a balance of $578.05. So let's go here. All right, so it does not match because of this $55 T-Mobile bill, but the cleared balance does match, and that's what's tracking with the actual Navy Federal account, because this other one is pending. So we can go ahead and reconcile because it does match. The $55 is under uncleared balance. Next, we have my savings is $1502.60. Haven't made any changes to this one, so we're good there. And then let's check out my Amex card. And I have a balance of $872.81. $872.81. So we can go ahead and reconcile. All right. So we are good to go there. See, the next bill that's coming up is the MyFICO. So that one's automatically going to come in. It's going to reflect tomorrow on my YNAB. It's going to show down here. Let's go to Wealthfront now. All right, let's open up the app. So I have $29,207.29. $29,207.29. So I did not add this one. Maybe I was thinking about this February charge. I don't know. So this is interest earned for February. Yeah, which makes sense because the month of March just started. So yeah. And this one is not going to Wish Farm Apple. It's going to the Wish Farm for my Mac Studio, which is in my actual Wealthfront account. So let's go ahead and approve that. And we can go ahead and reconcile because the balance does match. All right. Next is my Capital One. Still haven't fixed the issue there. The card is still wonky and the account still shows like the restriction or something other. I don't know. But I was able to go ahead and pay the card, but I can't use it for any of my subscriptions because of the hold that they have on the card right now. Because when I was traveling to Spain, I was swiping my card, but it was more, it was over the 500 threshold or something like that. So it kept declining and I had to keep calling Capital One, and they keep saying that, yeah, you just need to verify this and this and this. But when I did it and try to make another swipe, it'll do it all over again. So it was getting annoying, and eventually it just said restricted, and my connection with the internet while I was in Spain wasn't the best. So I wasn't able to keep calling them because it's a pain in the butt, and it's kind of awkward when you're in the store and having that issue. So I just stopped using the card altogether. So right now it's a zero balance because I paid the bill on the 2nd, which is here, and the bill is cleared. So let's go ahead and mark this as cleared. So I have a zero balance. So let's reconcile this. Ow. I just bit my jaw. Why does this show that I have your credit card payment was greater than what you had available in your category? Okay, so that means that I have to fix that on the budget, which it tells me this here. So I didn't have enough money in the categories for some of these charges. So we'll fix that once I get to the budget itself. But yeah, that really hurt. I guess maybe I'm hungry. All right, so let's go to Apple. All right, oh yeah, never mind. I did pay that. Okay, Apple Cash, I have $12.76, no change there, so we're good. My Apple Card, I have $413.36, $413.36. So I can reconcile this, and you can see all of these transactions I had to comb through, and it was just lonely grocery bill that was, instead of an outflow, I had it in inflow. That was jacking everything up. And then I did, so I mentioned the issue with the Capital One, and usually I have my monthly Zen payments for Zumba coming out monthly from my Capital One card. So I had to switch that to Apple Card, and instead of doing it monthly, I did the annual subscription. But the Zumba website did not charge me fully yet. It did run the $1 to make sure the card was good. However, it didn't charge me fully yet. So that payment is going to come out this month in maybe like a week or so. So I went ahead and removed that $1 charge because it did disappear off the account. So yeah, I'll have to start putting that on the budget to be paying that instead of monthly. I'll need to start setting aside money monthly for the annual subscription instead. But let's go ahead and reconcile this, and that is good to go. The savings is $303.47, $303.47, so we're good there. All right, we are back on it. Get back on it. I don't even know if that's the right words. Jump back on? I don't know. Anyway, all right. It's gonna be in my head. All right, let's go to the budget. Let's go. Okay, we got red as soon as I open up the budget. Okay. But let's go back to February. I have this one overspent because of the transaction that I had to move. Well, no, it wasn't because of this. I overspent by 456. I think it was the I'm not even gonna guess. Yeah, the shopping that I did on Amazon for the Amex card came through. Because you know, when you purchase things on Amazon, it doesn't charge your cards automatically right then. It only charges them once the items gets ready to ship. So that's what happened with that one. And yeah, so these two Amazon purchases, even though they were made before, they didn't hit. So they were just pending. So I need to, those are showing as overspent. But nothing, I'm going to just leave that there for now because I don't want to change anything in February. We're just going to change how it is in March because it's showing this one because we've already paid it, so that's already in the past now. Unless it's going to show any yeah, for the most part, once you're going through the next month, if you don't close out the previous month, I'll usually close it out right at the beginning of March. But we did that in the last video, and we were already doing the March budget with the February one already closed out. So this one should not have affected, but we shall see. I could be wrong. We shall see. So we have 2 overspent cards, so we're going to have to cover this overspending. So first off, I know I have money in my stuff I forgot to budget for. I have $100 here to cover this Etsy charge. So let's cover this with the stuff I forgot to budget for. I'm sorry for talking too fast. And then for shopping, let's cover some of that with the rest with stuff I forgot to budget for. And then also with self-care. Yeah. And then we're also going to take it from the dining out and the last of it from delivery. And then I'm going to have to take some from this ATM withdrawal. I probably won't even use all the money that I took. So in the last video, I mentioned that I didn't take out the February ATM money until right at the end of February. So I most likely am not going to use that much in March, and I won't need to take all of the $600 out for March. So I should be able to I'll be able to use money from this category without any issues. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this with some from the ATM. All right, so next we have which category was this from though? Maybe it is showing from the last month's I assigned 4130 more than I had. That's weird. I can't pull money from groceries or gas because I pulled that in March, which is why you don't typically go back and do it, because these the money for here, like this 93.33, that carried over in March, and that's what I took away. I took that away, that 93.33, and I put it into another category. So that's one of the reasons why you don't go back a month and make any changes to anything, because it'll affect your future months. So when I overspent in shopping, it automatically carried over into the next month, and so I have to deal with it in the next month. So for this credit card payment, I'm just gonna take the rest of that 81 from the ATM, from the ATM withdrawal. Now it's still showing that I assigned $41.30 more than I had, which I don't know how. I do need to take out the $1 that I had added for the Zumba. So I don't know, I need to get rid of $40.30. I didn't add anything to the future because I haven't done April yet, because I do the next month with my end of month. I usually do it with my mid-month, actually. I usually do the mid-month, and then the end of month, usually I was doing it with my finishing up funding, like the savings stuff. But I already saved up the money for the car, so I'm good there. So I haven't did that. But I do need to get back doing that. So once I get my next paycheck next week, I think. Yeah, once I get my next check next week, we'll go ahead and budget for April. Excuse me. But I don't know where this $40.30 is. I'm gonna press fix this. Okay, it's just unassigned money from. So okay, so this one is overfunded. Let's move this extra $6.25 from the phone, because it's gonna be $55. We're gonna move that to ready to assign. Sorry for popping. This is kind of weird. I don't know why it's showing that I assigned that much money over. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I did that in February. After I did the February, once I had that extra money, that $1,000 and something. Remember that? When I was putting that into my savings categories. I wonder if that was it. But anyway, let's just take this, the rest of this from the ATM. So we're just going to unassign money from the ATM until we have a zero balance. But that is weird. I don't know. I don't rightly know what that. I don't know. That's really weird. That is really weird. But we're good. I still have this $43.94 for Zumba. I'm going to change this to annual. I don't know when the annual payment is going to be exactly anyway, but let's go ahead and put this as annual. And I know it's going to be in March. Let's just put March 15th for now, mid-month. Oops. And let's move this down. Wait, when is this one? That's February, March. Okay. I'm going to have to move some money for this one, this March one too, because one is going to be a lot more than $43.94. It's going to be like, let's see. So it should be close to $500 roughly, because it's for a whole year. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to, I might just cover the rest of that with the ATM withdrawal, and then I'll just use money from my emergency savings in my Navy Federal account if I need to take anything from the ATM early to pay any fees. I also need to use the emergency savings because I have my my monthly expenses here. So we don't get our monthly expenses for internet and transportation on a regular basis here. Usually we get the invoices like 3 or 4 months later. However, they are super behind. So the last invoice I got was for my March of 2024 expenses. And then this week they sent back to back to back. I should have been saving up for it and I didn't, but they sent us back to back 5 months of expenses. So I have April, May, June, July, and August. Is that 5? April, May, June, July, and August. Yeah, that's 5 months of expenses. So I'll need to pay that bill in the next video as well. Yeah, I might just wait till next week to pay that. That way, once I budget for April, and I know I'll have enough money, because April, my monthly expenses to fill my categories are not much, since I've already have all of my savings stuff filled. So I'll only use $1,283 from that paycheck, and the paycheck is probably going to be close to like $2,300. So I'll use some of that to refund the category for the ATM, and then also to pay the expenses for my transportation and internet for the house here. I think that sounds good. I think that's a good plan. And then I think I will be back on track. I'm still looking at rental properties for where I'm going. Again, the rental houses that I was looking at are roughly $2,100 on the estimate, like on average. And most of the descriptions on Zillow are saying that, some of them are saying you have to pay first month, and as a security deposit you have to pay another month. So I want to make sure that's why I want to make sure I have 3 months for my rent already ready for when I leave. Yeah. So I did set that up. So this is what I have exactly in there right now, 6,600. I had to move the rest because I did have more in here for with that extra money that I had. I did transfer. No, I didn't transfer. What I had previously transferred from the last paycheck over, I was just putting it all towards the rent and mortgage. But then I realized I also have to think about more so for the car payment, because the car that I want, my Chevy Blazer, because I'm getting the paying it with cash for the check from the bank, and then using that 10,000 that I have saved up in my my Wealthfront account to the bank, to the loan, to the auto loan, and not having to. I do not want to get a loan or anything from the actual dealership themselves. I do not want to do that. Strictly with Navy Federal for the auto loan. So I'll just get the check, the cashier check or whatever from them, have that loan out, and be able to put that 10,000 towards that. Yeah. I don't even know why I went to where I was going with that, but anyway, let's go to all accounts to make sure we're good. I'll do my TSP, my Roths offline, and then my T-Mobile bill. That'll stay pending because, again, it has not actually reflected in the account yet as paid. So, yeah, we did good. I don't know how long this video is, but it's definitely a lot shorter than the one from last week, that one was like an hour and a half almost. I can't believe it. That was crazy. That was a lot, but hopefully y'all got something from that without me stressing you out too much as I was stressing myself out. But yeah, this was a good video. I had a good session today. The budget is looking good. We're back on track, and we're just going to keep moving forward 1 week at a time with this budget thing. So I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.